Hi everyone, I'm Miss Alexa from the Glen Ellen Public Library. Welcome to our Ocean Explorers program for kids in grades 3rd through 5th. Today I'm going to demonstrate for you how to do our craft, but before we get started I'm going to take you through your materials and help you get set up. All right, first thing is our instruction sheet. This is really important. Our pattern that we're going to be following is on the back side, so you will need to refer to this as you work. Next, you have a bunch of beads in 2 different colors. Actually, I guess 3. So first you have 1 black bead, that is your eyeball. And then next you're going to have 2 different colors. I have yellow and orange. I have about 70 yellow and 40 orange. The colors in your kits will vary, but you'll have around 70 of one color and around 40 of the other color. Next, you're going to have a piece of satin cord. And last, you're going to have a keychain of some sort. So the one I'm going to be using right now is this little hook. You may also have a round one that looks like this. Either way, any of them will work. So your first step is you're going to take your cord, and this is pretty long, and you're going to make the 2 ends meet and fold it in half, okay? Then you're going to take the end with the loop, and you are going to thread it through your keychain, and you're going to take the other end that's open at the end and pull it through. And once you do that, it's going to be stuck onto your keychain, okay? Next, we're gonna start following your pattern. So the pattern is right here. I'm gonna make one small edit to the pattern before, so your first row is supposed to have 4 beads in it. I found that when I was making my sample, it worked better if I started with 2 beads. So since I have more yellow beads, I'm going to start with yellow. And like our directions say, I'm going to hold this up. It's probably easier for you if it's actually on the table. You're going to take the left string and you're going to put the beads through it. Okay, so like this. And then you're going to take the right string and you're going to thread it through the beads like so and pull tight. So like this. You're going to want to make sure, especially with this first row, that it's not wonky. So make sure that it's threaded through evenly on both sides so that there's not like extra string on the right side and not very much string on the left side. All right, so that's our first row. We're going to continue following our pattern. So our next row has 4 more beads. Again, you're going to use the bead that you have more of. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, you're going to take your string from the other side now and thread it through all of those beads as well. Okay, just like that. Again, you're going to want to make sure that it's not wonky like this. See how I have a lot of thread on one side or cord on one side and not a lot on the other side. So I'm pulling it evenly. All right, now we have our second row. I'm going to take you through doing the next row just because that's where our eyeball is. And then I'm going to fast forward myself through the next few steps until we get to the fin, because that's the tricky part. So again, according to our pattern, we're going to put 1 yellow bead on, and then our next bead is going to be our black bead to be our eyeball. And then after that, we're going to put 4 more yellow beads on. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, we are going to thread through. All right, so the ends of my cord are already starting to fray a little bit, which makes it a little bit more difficult to thread through. So one thing you can do if the end of your cord starts to fray a bit is that you can trim it a tiny bit so that it's, oh no, all of my beads fell off on the other side. So a good tip is to make sure that you're pulling it through enough that that's not going to happen. All right. So again, whoop. All right, so we've got our 3 rows, and now we've got our eyeball on there. I've added my next 3 rows, and now we're at the point where we're going to start adding the fish's fins. So your first step is to take the string that's on the same side as your fish's eyeball, and you're going to thread 2 beads onto it. So I've already done that. And you're going to take the end of the string, loop it around the bead that's closest to your hand, and put it through the bead that's below it. Once you do that, you're going to pull it down and thread the string all the way through that second bead to make your fin. All right, once you've done that, you're going to go ahead and add the next row in your pattern. So we're adding, this will be your first row of the original color now, okay? All right, so after I added my first row of the fin on, I went ahead and continued and added my next row of the color that I have more of. Now, again, I'm gonna repeat for you how to do the fin. So the next row of fin is gonna now be 3 beads. And for each subsequent part of the fin, you're gonna add 1 more bead. So the next one, you're gonna use 4 beads, and the last row of the fin will use 5 beads. So string on 3 beads. And again, you're gonna loop around the top bead and go through both of the 2 bottom beads. And once you've done that, you're going to pull all the way until you get to the bottom. All right, so there you have the first 2 rows of the fish's fin. Again, you're going to do another row that matches this color. After that, you're going to switch to the color you have less of and do 3 more rows of that color. I'm going to meet you back here after I have gotten to the end of this so that we can wrap up the project together. All right, so you should have gotten to the end of your fish. I'm going to show you a different one that I've finished. So this is my finished fish, using different colors, of course. The way that you finish it up is super simple. You should have some extra cord at the end. You're just going to take one end and tie a knot at the other end, making sure to pull it tight so that you don't accidentally undo all of your hard work. Once it's finished, you can go ahead and attach it to something. You could put a key on it, you could put it on your backpack, or do something else with it. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me. I had so much fun doing this craft with you. Bye.